in, Missy. I got you. Fuck you two niggas doing? Go get some help. Y'all gotta pick a side and pick it right now.
Janot ain't gonna stop till he takes everything.
I believe you can win this war.
I want justice for my wife's murder.
Let's take Tommy fucking Egan down.
All right, let's go.
They're closing in.
Am I calling a favor?
Yo, I heard from you in a minute. Come on, we family for life. What the fuck is going on though? Alright, so tell them niggas to bring the smoke. We'll come lay them the fuck out. Simple. Send me the details and I'll be there. I'm on my way.
Welcome back, Top Notch Gang, to another video. We're here in the aftermath of season 3 episode 9 of Power Book 4s, and we know Tommy has taken out Diamond in his attempt to get revenge on Janot, and with that we're officially at a boiling point of this all-out war where somebody has to go. So we see in the episode 10 preview Janot making moves, teaming up with Vic. He still has the Marquez cartel behind his back. So taking out Diamond was far from the end of it, and looks like Tommy is gonna need another source of help. And we all have been expecting this entire season since last year when Book Ghost ended and we got the scene of Tariq. Now we finally hear Tommy saying he's gonna go get some help, he's gonna ask for a favor, and Tariq St. Patrick is gonna come through, save the day, save Tommy's life, what seems like from the preview trailer with him being pinned down. But we're gonna go ahead and break all of this down because it's finally happening. As usual, you guys can leave a like, comment, subscribe, tell me your thoughts and opinions on episode 9, and give me your final predictions, the deaths, the endings for each character for the season finale. But let's go ahead and get right into it. So we're gonna first break down the details of how and when we knew Tariq was coming. Then we're gonna talk about the problems currently Tommy is facing going into episode 10, everything we see in the preview trailer. And lastly, we're gonna talk about Tariq's involvement in the finale and who I think he can possibly bring with him to help Tommy win this war. So once again, we got to start and go all the way back to the end of Power Book Ghost with Tariq ending on top. He's running shit, quote unquote, becoming the new Ghost is what the guy told him. We didn't get an after credit type scene where he then gets a phone call, and obviously most of us automatically said it was Tommy. They had people arguing it could be other people and shit like that, but I'm like, it makes no sense for it to be anybody but Tommy. And I made a video on that like a year ago right after Book Ghost ended, talking about how Tariq was gonna come help Tommy win this war in Chicago. Now it's crazy, I didn't even expect this war to get this wild coming at him from all sides, but I made a video about it. And then I also made a video about a spinoff of Tommy and Tariq, and this was 7 months before the spinoff actually got announced. I was like, if they're gonna do this crossover, and we already seen Joseph Sikora's, his actor, told us directly that this the end of Tommy's road in Chicago, but Tommy's road is far from over.
And make this the final chapter in Tommy's journey in Chicago. But don't worry, Tommy's journey is far from over with. We're just getting warmed up, and I can't wait to show you what we have planned next. Tune in, because ghosts never die and power never ends.
So when he said that, I immediately was like, yeah, they're gonna do another spinoff. That makes the most sense in my opinion. And then we of course had another video come out where actors from Force and Ghost were together. I think they were trolling, they were folding, but they were playing, saying up, spinoff coming, crossover coming. I saw that video.
All right, first day on set. We got the whole family here. Where is he? There he is.
You got a new addition to this motherfucker.
Coming soon, baby. Coming soon. Tell him, Joe. Coming soon.
That's right, coming soon. 2026, you guys, this is gonna blow your mind.
Made a video on that as well. So we all knew something big was going on in the background. And this entire season, we all was like waiting for Tariq, waiting for Tariq. We knew it was coming. And now we're here with JP dying, Janot killing him in episode 8, D-Mac and Tommy going get their revenge now in episode 9. D-Mac took out his own partner, Marshall, his best friend, his brother, and Tommy accidentally killing Diamond, who jumped in the way to, of course, save Jannar. Now, Jannar has been on a rampage this entire season. Killed JP, like I said, killed King Kilo. He back doing drugs and shit like that. So he's been fucking up. Now he's gonna be head honcho now that Diamond is out the picture, and it looks like he's gonna do whatever he can to take out Tommy, and that's why Tommy's gonna need the help. So for starters, we see Jannar, of course, attacking the funeral. A lot of us expect this to happen in episode 9, looking to take out Tommy and D-Mac as soon as possible before they had a chance to get to him. Now we know it's, of course, retaliation for the death of Diamond. He still wants to kill him as soon as possible, and this is once again the most opportune time. So we saw from the very first initial trailer that he was staking out the funeral and everything like that. He's gonna take some shots. Look like him, Big Smurf, and the other shooter from CBI, they're gonna come take some shots, and that's why I think we got more scenes and teasers. At first we were just seeing them inside the church for the funeral, but then we got the picture of Tommy and Maria walking outside, and now we can also see in a preview trailer for episode 10, we see D-Mac with his grandma Kate and Genesis walking down the steps. So they're definitely gonna have a shootout at this funeral. People possibly died, everything like that. And I think that's why we also hear Tommy in the trailer telling Maria Jannar is not gonna stop till this all ends. One of them has to die. We saw Maria looking to buy a plane ticket at the end of the last episode, and we know Che threatened to kill her in front of Tommy as well. So I think it's very likely he sends her away, and if he wants to win this war as soon as possible, he's gonna need some more help. So that's obviously one big reason Tariq comes into the picture. Another is obviously Vic Flynn. He was supposed to leave in the last episode. This is like the second, third, fourth time he had a way out, but he's so pissed at Tommy for the way Tommy has been treating him this season like a hoe. He tortured him with Diamond, been making him feed him information, hold a gun to his head and shit like that, and he had a chance to kill Tommy in episode 8 and didn't do it. Like, you could have shot him right there. He was playing around and shit, got arrested. Now you had another chance to leave, but it looks like he's gonna come back and team up with Jannar. So this is another problem Tommy is facing, because remember, the Marquez cartel is still after him. Ortega wants him dead for setting him up way at the end of season 2, and then of course Ortega sent Henders after him and Shanti. That didn't work out, so Tommy went and killed one of Ortega's men at the mechanic shop, cut his head off, showed the rest of the coalition. Then I believe he threw his uncle or grandpa off the roof or something, and then put his other nephew in jail, framed him for the Claudia murder. So Ortega says the Tommy kill is his. So Tommy has so much to worry about. He does have this new alliance with Shanti and Miguel, but it does not look to be enough, and that's where Tariq St. Patrick comes into the picture. We hear Tommy specifically say, "I'ma call in a favor." This leads to the phone call with Tariq. I think this because with the cartel, like I said, CBI, the coalition, and with Vic Flynn, his organization, it's gonna be more than likely they're outnumbered, and I think we could see that in the trailer where they're in a shootout and it looks like Tommy is surrounded. They're losing and they're about to collapse on him from all sides, behind the truck, on top of it, from in front of it, and it looks like he's cooked. And that's where we see all those bodies start to fall and drop. That's where Tariq St. Patrick jumps in, and he does exactly what he says. He's gonna come lead him the fuck out. Now if he comes alone, that's something a lot of us are questioning, because the person I thought he would bring with him is Braden. We've all been tweaking and fiending to see Tariq and D-Mac meet Tommy's two nephews, but another meetup I always wanted to see was Tommy and Braden. Just like that's obviously Tariq's Tommy, like Ghost and Tommy was the white and black nigga, now it's Tariq and Braden, so that's his right hand man. And I was thinking if they did a spin-off like they're gonna do, that Braden would be a part of it. So it's interesting that if Tariq comes solo, which wouldn't make sense, because like I said, he's coming because they're outnumbered. He needs as much help as possible, and Tariq is at a position where his organization is running manually. Basically he just chilling, so he could come participate in this war. He could come help family, and I think he will bring someone like Braden. Now, if they bring anybody else, will we see any other characters from Power that are notable? Obviously, a lot of people want to see Two-Bit. Two-Bit is somebody who's always been loyal to Tommy to the very end. Even when he was in jail, he the one who told Tommy about Spanky, and Tommy killed Spanky before leaving for LA, eventually stopping in Chicago. Of course, will we see Kane, someone we know who left New York because they had people after the police was after him after he took out Noma, and he went somewhere else. And also we know he has family in Chicago, so he probably has ties, and he fuck with Tariq and him now. Well, I don't want to say he fuck with him now, but he ain't trying to just kill that man now. So will he come as well? And will he be a part of the spinoff? He can't be in New York no more, but he could be in a new city. So that's a lot of questions we gotta have. Who comes with Tariq? I think Two-Bit, Kane, and Brady are definitely the people we're looking towards the most, but we're gonna have to wait to find out how this ends. The finale though, with him come and save them, I feel like there's a lot we're gonna have to wait and see, because there's gonna be a lot of unanswered questions. Obviously, how he deals with Che, is Che just lets him go and Miguel and Shantae run shit. We know he's gonna leave Chicago. How, I mean, Jannard should get a bullet, Vic should get a bullet, but everybody just dying. I mean, everybody already just been dying this entire season, so there's definitely still a lot of unanswered questions. But one thing we do know, Tariq St. Patrick showing up in Chicago is all but confirmed. Overall though, that's it for this video. They really had people telling me Tariq isn't showing up. Even after the spinoff was announced, people were saying that. I'm like, damn, so they just did that scene for nothing? That doesn't make sense for me. And if they're gonna do a spinoff, the best thing they could do is tie it all together. Plus, a lot of us been asking for a crossover with Force and Ghost, because they're in the same timeline, they're both in the present, so they're the only two that could do it. Obviously they can't do Raising Cain, and they're not gonna be able to do Origins, so we've been asking for that. And I guess it's not a crossover since Ghost is over, but I don't know, it's still fire. We're gonna get what we want, and it's gonna lead us into Power Legacy. So no more theorizing about Tariq showing up. He's definitely gonna be here, and this finale is gonna be a banger. The season, each episode has been getting better and better and better, and I said in a video like a week ago that Tariq was his last and final trump card that no one else knows about, and he's finally gonna use it to win the war in Chicago. As usual though, you guys leave a like, comment, subscribe, let me know your thoughts and opinions on all this down below. But I'm out.